beesies.
Well, hey everybody. I've got a hive here, the nucleus hive I've been working with, and as you may be able to tell, it's in the shade a lot of the day. We're at the woods. There's some sun. This is about the sunniest spot, but certainly in the afternoon, this hive goes full shade. So shade in the morning, direct sunlight during the better part of most of the day, and then over to shade back in the afternoon onto the evening. What it does is this hive has an issue with small hive beetle, which is a secondary pest. They don't eat bees or are not known to carry pathogens and things, but they eat the comb and the protein stored in the comb. So I've got a couple different things I'm going to do today to get rid of them, and we'll get started once I go to get the hive open. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So if you're fortunate enough not to have small hive beetle, you might not know what all the fuss is about, but I'll show you here. I pull this inner cover off. I saw two right away. There's a third. There's a fourth. I'll see if I can't find one for you here. But they're just a nasty little pest. So the first thing that you can do to help your bees get rid of these small hive beetles is keep them tightly packed. You'll watch your bees, they will chase after and hem those beetles up a little bit. But when this box is fairly open and unused, if you look right here, there's small hive beetles crawling over the frame at the J end of my hook. There's another one diving in. So kill them when you can, but what we're going to do, because I don't want to take this box away from them right now, what I've done in the past is I've shook those frames out and killed the beetles that landed outside. A couple we're going to do today, a couple different things we're going to do today is first off, we're going to take this top box off. Because step one, besides less room to guard, is going to be stopped at the Dollar General on my way out here. Got this bag of or this box of Swiffer sheets. And what we'll do with this is we'll cut it in to pieces. Maybe this is a pretty sorry X-Acto knife. And then we'll lay this on the top bar. And what that'll do is that will trap the beetles, and frankly it traps a couple bees too, but this will trap the beetles and they'll get stuck in there and the bees can propolize them up. So just a couple Swiffer sheets there. Something I bought thinking I was going to use this year was this Beetle Barn by Be Excellent. I bought some of these. They're fairly inexpensive. The idea that the bees will bring them in there, or they'll go in there on their own. You can put a poison in the middle. The bees can't directly access the poison. The beetles eat the poison and they die. I'm not ready to put that kind of poison in my hive. So we're going to try this method first. It's very hard to kill one bug without killing all the bugs. But what I'm really excited about today is these are called beetle jails, and they're a reusable beetle trap that goes in between frames. And so I brought some vegetable oil out. You fill the chambers up with vegetable oil, and then you put these into the frames. The beetles get in there, the bees cannot, and once the beetles get into that oil, they pass away. It's reusable because you can open up this lid once that vegetable oil goes rancid, dump it out, put new vegetable oil in, and rebait it, and there you go. So take a little bit of veggie oil here, about 1/2 to 2/3. I'm filling it off camera because I didn't think ahead. I guess I could have filled it on camera, but this is what it'll look like once you fill it with vegetable oil. And you snap that lid down and back in place. And then I'm going to put this on this corner, and it goes right down over the frames, and it sits flush with the top bar, so when a beetle's walking over it, the beetle falls in, gets that oil on their selves, and they can't get out. So I'm going to put another one in the other corner. So here, don't tell the family I borrowed the vegetable oil for this. I don't think they'll mind, but I thought about using olive oil because the bottle was a little smaller and I didn't want to bring this big bottle out with me. But that was the only reason. I decided not to because the guy that I got these off of recommended vegetable oil. And he's a professional. He makes a living being a beekeeper. So this one here, same thing. Fix it in between the frames, and away you go. The last thing that he did, he told me in addition to not having too much room to protect and using the beetle jails and the Swiffer sheets, was to treat the ground around the hive, and I don't disagree with that at all. I'm just not prepared to do that. I don't have the stuff. He mentioned a chemical. I don't remember what it was. But basically, the beetles, being a larvae type species, would come out, get in the ground, and then the chemical in the ground would kill the beetles and not let them continue their life cycle in the hive. So we'll come back in a few days and see how these are doing. Hopefully they get some beetles and gives this hive some relief. So appreciate you watching. If you have a question or comment, leave that below. Thumbs up are always appreciated, and if you think it's been worth it, go ahead and hit me with the subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found that useful.